Hello, lovely people of YouTube. How are you today? Today, we are going to learn to do this beautiful cable knit stitch with this swatch. But if you extend this could be a scarf. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video with all our pony things and let's get started. So, here we are, and we have a few stitches on this needle. We have casted these stitches on by a long tail cast on method, and this is the long tail which I have kept an extra long tail out of the fear of finishing the tail, but that is fine. And I have casted on 26 stitches on this needle. Here I had the double needle method, so from which I have removed this needle, and I now have all the stitches on this one single needle, and they are fairly loose, so I can work in them quite easily. Now, why 26? So for this particular cable knit project, you need stitches in multiple of 16, that is 1 6 16, and plus 8 stitches. So anything 16, 32, etc., plus 8 stitches, and the last 2 stitches are the salvage stitches. We are going to slip the first stitch always and purl the last stitch always. So this is just to give a pretty edge to the scarf that we are going to do. It is a cable knit scarf, and we are going to learn to do it now. So once you have these 26, so I've taken 16 plus 8 and plus 2, that comes to be 26. So those are these 26 stitches on the needle. This needle is enough to hold the 26 stitches, but if you are going to do, let's say, more stitches, then please feel free to use the extenders, the wires, and the other needles. These needles do not come with the extenders. These have pointed tips at both ends, so please use other needles. But for 26 stitches, this is fairly long, and I'm going to go ahead with this. This is a 4mm needle. Once again, if I forgot to mention that, let me clear that up right now, that this is a 4mm needle. So let's start with the cable knit scarf. So for the first row, what we are going to do is, and this is the long tail end, I'm getting it out of the way, and we are going to be working with the thread from the ball, right? And what we are going to do is, always we are going to slip the first stitch on the other needle. So I'm going to slip this first stitch, and then we are going to yarn over with this thread from the ball. So I'm just taking this thread on the top, then I'm going to knit the next stitch. Once again, yarn over and slip the next stitch. We are going to repeat this until we reach the end of this work. So slip one and knit one. So I've knitted one, yarn over and slipping one. Once again, knitting one and slipping one. Knitting one, yarn over and slipping one. Let me go to the end of the row. These are the last 3 stitches. So yarning over, slipping this stitch, knitting the second last stitch, and for the last stitch we are going to do a purl stitch. So last stitch is here, and I'm going to do it a purl. So for that, I have taken this yarn on the front. I'm going to pass my needle through both these loops. Then I'm going to loosen the tension here and slide this loop from here, take it on the other needle, and then slip this and pull this through. So this is my last purl. So let's now move on to the round 2. So this is the stitch that we purled. I am going to slip this stitch as we always slip the first stitch. And this is the next stitch that we knitted. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to take the yarn over and slip this stitch. So I'm slipping the stitch. Now this is a cluster of 2 stitches that we yarned over and slip. We are going to knit through both these stitches and then slip, right? And we are going to repeat that. Yarn over, slip the stitch, and then knit the next stitch, but it is a cluster of 2 stitches. One is yarn over and one is the actual stitch. So remember that and repeat this process throughout the entire row. So whichever one we had knitted the last time, we have to yarn over and slip, with the stitches that we yarned over and slipped, like these two, we are going to knit them together. Be careful to take both of them like so and move ahead. Once again, yarn over, slip the next stitch, and then knit the next stitch. And that's it. You have to continue doing this. Let me finish this row showing you. If it is difficult to remember whether you have slipped or knit, like I'm saying it, keep saying it under your breath so that you don't forget which one you have knit and which one you have slipped. So this is for the beginners. Once you get the hang of it, it will be moving on autopilot. Here we have our last 3 stitches. Yarn over and slip. Once again, I am going to take this yarn forward, place my needle inside these 2 loops, then taking this particular loop on the needle, pull it through and slip. Right, I have all these. So I have done this second row. Now I'm going to repeat this second row for 3 to 11 rows. So same procedure. For row number 3 to row number 11, we are going to do the same procedure. Slip the first, yarn over, slip the next, knit the next. We are going to continue the slip, knit pattern until we reach the last, and we are going to purl the last stitch. This we are doing till we reach row number 11. Now let me do that off camera and let me come back. So here I have done till row 11. So I repeated the row 2 from 3 to 11, and this is the pattern I am getting here. These are kind of cables which I can see here, and this is a very pretty, very fluffy pattern that I have got here. I have repeated the same row over and over again, and now we are going to do something interesting. We are going to twist these cables. So in order to do that, what we are going to do is we are going to take these first 2 cables and push them towards that side, and then these 2 cables we are going to take from below. So you can actually do that with 2 needles, but to show you a beginner friendly tutorial, I am going to use a 3rd needle. And this is the precise reason why I have chosen this particular set. This set comes with 5 needles of the same size, and that helps me to grab the 3rd needle, which is going to hold my stitches while I'm working on the rest. So this is fairly simple, just with a 1 additional step. We are going to repeat the same steps as we did in the previous rows with the extra needle and 1 additional steps. So let me show you how to do that. So I am going to take my regular needle and slip this first stitch as we were doing in the row 2 and then 3 to 11. Once that is out of the way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist this needle and keep it here. Then I'm going to grab the next 4 stitches. That is, this is my first stitch. The cluster of 2, the yarn over and the slip, is my second stitch. This is my 3rd, and this is my 4th stitch. So I'm going to grab 4 of these stitches and slip it on this extra needle. This is the 3rd one, and this is the 4th one. Then I'm going to bring these 4 stitches to the middle of this needle and keep it aside, kind of down. Now I'm going to repeat the same pattern. I have slipped this stitch on my previous original needle. I'm going to yarn over and slip the next stitch and knit the next stitch. For those who are doing this for the first time, this could get slightly tricky, but remember the process is same as the previous one. Again, yarn over, slip the next stitch and knit the next stitch. So we slipped 4 stitches on this extra needle, and then we slip, knit, 4 stitches. Now we will come back to this original needle from the other end. This is the reason why we need pointed tips at both the end. We inserted the stitches from this side and we are going to take them out from this side. So I'm going to slide these stitches slightly back so they don't come in our way, and I am going to now work with these two needles. This is going to be a little tight initially, so yarn over and slip the first stitch. You can use your pointer finger to hold your yarn overs and stitches on this needle. I'm slipping the first stitch and then I'm knitting the second. Remember to take both the loops. Might be a little tight. Check that if you have done the thing you meant to do. This is my last stitch. I am going to knit this one. Remember to hold your stitches with your pointer fingers on both the needle. I have crossed over the two. Now I'm continuing with the original two needles. Once again, yarn over and slipping the first stitch. And knitting the next. These are two stitches. Now this is the third stitch. I'm slipping the fourth stitch. I'm going to knit. Fifth stitch is slip. Sixth is knit. Seventh is slip, and eighth is knit. So these are the 8 stitches in between. Once again, we are going to take this extra needle, slip 4 stitches on here. So this is, once we do that, I am going to take it to the front, slide it in between, and then coming back to this, I'm going to work with the last 4 stitches over here. Yarn over and wait, you might not be able to see. Yarn over and slip this first stitch and knit with the next two. Once again, yarn over, slip the next and knit the next. So these are the 4 stitches, 2 slips, 2 knits. Then once again, be careful not to lose your last stitch. I'm going to twist this needle and set it aside and take this needle back in for working, holding this with my pointer finger, yarning over, holding the yarn over and slipping the stitch. Once again, knitting the next stitch. Yarning over, slipping the next stitch and knitting the next stitch, which is going to be the last stitch here. And then there is one more stitch which is here. I am going to purl with that stitch, and that's it. That is our row number 12. If you can see, there are these 2 cables who has gone in that side and these 2 towards the end who have gone in that side, right? So this is the first crossover. So here I have done till 23rd row and now we are going to do the 24th row. So we repeated the rows to 2 to or 3 to 11 in a similar way. Then we did a cable knit row, which was this row where everything shifted. So you can kind of see the turning of these 2 cables over here. And similarly, if I show you the back side, these cables are turning. And this is the pattern we want to achieve. So every 12th row, we will do a cable knit row. So this was the first 12th row. Now we will do the cable knit row on the 24th row. So multiples of 12, we will do the cable knit row. And so we are here. And this time when we do that cable knit row with an extra needle, I am going to show you a trick. Nevertheless, it is going to be tight. It is going to be a little unusual, little difficult to do. But once you get the hang of it, you will be able to do it really easily. One more thing to remember is that always hold your stitches with your fingers, first 2 fingers you use to hold your stitches on the needle. Let me start. So starting is simple. We will take the first stitch on our first needle and then twist it, take it almost in the center and leave it below. Then we will take the next 4 stitches on the extra needle that we have. So this is my first stitch. The bundle of 2 is my next stitch. Then this is the third stitch. And this is the fourth stitch. So I'll take these 4 stitches on this extra needle, slide it in the center so that this does not move. And then you observe this, I'm holding this stitch with my finger. If it comes loose, if it comes off the needle, that creates a huge problem for me. So I am bringing this to the center and leaving it here. Then I'm lifting the first needle, removing the twist, taking this on my fingers, tightening it a little bit. Now I'm ready to knit with these 2 needles which are in my hand, and the third needle I have left below. So I will do the same thing as we were doing before, yarn over and slip, and then the next stitch will be knit. Then once again yarn over and slip. The next stitch will be knit. I have now these 5 stitches on my needle. The first one which we removed earlier, then yarn over slip, knit, yarn over slip and knit. I am going to slide this to the center and take this needle once again towards the back and place it down. Now technically in the last last cable knit row, I told you to knit with this needle and the back needle. But if that is difficult for you, what you can do is slip all these 4 stitches back on our first working needle. Something like this. Once again, be very careful, hold your stitches while you're doing this. So I've slid all the 4 stitches back here. Now I can get rid of the third needle and I can knit with these 2. But even after doing that, please remember this is going to be tight because we have twisted it. So please remember to hold all your stitches. We are going to slip the first, knit the second. Always hold your stitches, do not let it go. See, this is slightly tight here, but be patient, you will get there. I'm holding the stitches with my fingers very tightly so that they do not come off the needle. I'm reiterating this again and again because if they come off the needle, you'll have to do the whole thing again. Take your time here, don't worry about it. I've got the knit, yarn over and slip, and this is going to be the most difficult one. Knit. That's it. We have twisted them successfully. Now we will do the next 8 stitches as we normally do. So yarn over and slip. It is still a little tight because of the twisting. Yarn over and slip. And 8. Once again, I will slide this to the middle so this does not move. Take the extra needle and slip the next 4 stitches onto this needle. Be very careful, hold your stitches. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And take it in front, slide it to the center, take the other needle back and do 4 more stitches. So I'm going to do yarn over and slip. Take your time here, don't rush it. Whatever you do, do not let go of your stitches. Knit, yarn over and slip, and once again slide it to the center, place it on the back. I'm holding this last stitch with my finger. Now I'm going to slide all these 4 stitches back, 3 and 4. keep the needle, extra needle aside. Last 4 stitches to go. Yarn over and slip, and next one is the knit. Be careful, hold your stitches, then yarn over and slip. Last one is a knit, and then we have our regular purl stitch to end this. That's it. This is your second cable knit twisting row. I don't know if you can see, but I have achieved a twist over here. You see, this was the first twist. It is disappearing somewhere around here, and I have created new twist. Now I'm going to do 12 more rows, or rather 11 more rows, and once again the 12th row will be the cable stitch, right? And you are going to continue doing this, and I will certainly do this off the camera. We do not have that much time in this video, so I hope you guys also make this and you show me your creations. If I complete this, I will definitely make some more. So I will post it on our Instagram channel. So do go there and check out whenever this comes out. Like our channel, share this video with your friends who want to learn knitting. Subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon to get notified whenever we post a new video. And if you have any doubts, any queries, if you cannot do this, if you need another tutorial, please feel free to ask us. Only if you ask us, we'll share more tutorials like this. And that's it for today. Thank you. Bye bye.